Right, fellas, welcome back to the channel. As you can tell by the title, we are playing against the Chargers in a hell game. Yes, now, boys, you'll notice this is game 8. Essentially, game 6, I wasn't actually home, so the Cowboys got a free win. I knew I would have beat the Cowboys as well because he hasn't actually won a game yet this year. So, bit of a frustrating one, but the schedule didn't meet up and he was available and I wasn't, so that's fair enough. And then the last game, I forgot to click record. I was so busy in the middle of editing TD's games, sorting my new series. I just had an absolute brain fade and forgot to press record and forgot to do it. But I did end up blowing the guy out. So don't worry, boys. We are now 4-2, I believe it is, or 5-2, something like that anyways. But anyways, yeah, we're against the Chargers, who's got a decent record at the moment. And you'll notice, boys, on offense, my new running back is Alvin Kamara. I made a trade, fellas. I got rid of Adoree Jackson, one of my better cornerbacks, and Cordarrelle Patterson, just so I can get Alvin Kamara. It was just feel like I was just missing a running back that I could pass to. As we hit that one-play touchdown that I showed in the last video, fellas, make sure you check that out. My last video is the best one-play touchdown in Madden 22. But yeah, as I was saying, I just felt like I needed a running back that I can really pass to and get a bit of separation on, just to make a few more reads and open up the field for me. So yeah, 7-0 at the moment as we send a bit of pressure, get a fumble just as he's about to throw it. We get the fumble and it's a 1st and 10. So we hit him with a little bit of dig return. Nothing gets open and we take a terrible sack. So it's 3rd and 13 here. Nothing's really happening. We throw underneath, try and get sticky. He doesn't click on. But we end up going for it 4th and 6, fellas. Waller gets loads of separation, so I throw it to him thinking he can get the first down. But his DB makes an unbelievable tackle and gets a stop. So it's 1st and 10. He is pinned back, so that's kind of why I went for it. I wasn't too stressed. He was in a bad field position. So we get a sack, leave him in 3rd and 17. He has to get this or he's got a punt, boys. I don't send any pressure, max coverage. That crossing route gets wide open, though. My flat just glitched down for some reason. But his quarterback misses a throw, has to punt the ball back, and now we've got a 1st and 10. So I go to roll out, fellas, go to roll to the right. But his D-tackle somehow catches up with Russell Wilson, who's got escape artist. I fumble on conservative, and he gets the ball back. So it's just crazy. I couldn't believe it, boys, when that happened. Now he's dotting me. He hits me dig return. And just takes it to the crib, boys. Like, just absolutely torches my man coverage. It just kills me. So then we're coming out here, boys. I just need some points before the half. We do get ball at half, so I just need some points next 30 seconds. We did end up taking a bad sack. But then we come out 2nd and 24, laser it with a corner out. And so all we need is kind of 10, 15 more yards, and we'll be able to get a field goal. So I was sitting sitting calmly in the pocket, and I just throw a book, boys. I'm not going to lie, watching it back, that was never open, didn't look open for 1 second, and I threw a book. So we're now in a very bad position. We need to get a stop, really. We don't want him getting any points. And then he dots me up. Just absolute laser. He takes his field goal, and that will get him to 17-7. So from me having the ball twice, having all this positive play, I've ended up not getting any points. And just terrible, boys. It's just gone terrible. And then we take a sack there, end up in a 3rd and 16, but hit an absolute laser to Darren Waller, and we take it to the crib, fellas. Waller's just an absolute joke, boys. If you can get him on the open field, he just makes so many plays. And all I need now is one stop, boys, and we're back in the game. So 2nd and 3, sending a little bit of pressure. I run with this crossing route this time. I didn't trust any of my flats covering it. And we pick it. We have Lurker and we have Acrobat. So that is all mine. We get a little bit of adjusty, fellas. I adapt a little bit, realising his main route, so I probably need to use it myself. And we get an interception and we get the ball back, boys. Hit a nice little underneath route there. Then we have a 2nd and 10 here. Kamara, the new signing, number 17, gets wide open on exactly what I needed him to do. Just on a gentle out route. Why do I keep saying gentle? I never use gentle. Just gets open on an out route. And we get a touchdown. So it's 21-17. He takes another sack there. So we're starting to bag up on defense, fellas. And so it's a 2nd and 13 here. The wheel route was kind of open with his tight end, but we sent a lot of pressure. So now I took a timeout. He's no huddling again. He probably saw that I had it left it open. So he's no huddling. 2nd and 23. Has no time. He throws an absolute book straight at me, fellas. And can we take it to the crib? We hurdle, but we take a hit. And we're near the end zone. So we're coming out here. I've run the ball, get a little bit sticky with Alvin Kamara, scoot it back in, and we get a touchdown, fellas. So that was nice and easy. Essentially I learned that if his first and second reads aren't open, he throws books like that. Like, it's just essentially, he doesn't really have a third or fourth read. He just relies on one or two reads. That's just terrible. He's double manned. He's double manned and he manages to get that open. But he's got to make some big plays here, boys. As he hits me with dig return, he probably should have caught and ran that. But he's moving this ball okay. I did have him bagged earlier on. So he goes to running the ball. Gets loads of yardage there, boys. I got absolutely pancaked. And he's trying to no huddle just to keep the clock, keep as much clock left on the left in the game as possible. So he gets a touchdown. He also gets a 2-point conversion. So I just need a first down to win, boys. I need a first down, and we have the win. So first of all, we hit him with the wheel route. We tried to run the ball, and second down, he gets stopped. Third down, we try our best to get there, but we can't get there. So this is for the win, boys. Triangle looks wide open, but I missed the read. But instead, that big, deep crosser is wide open. We get the win. We kneel it out, fellas. And that takes us, I think, to 5-2 or 6-2. So we do have a hell schedule coming up, boys. I think we've got Panthers, who's undefeated. Got Falcons, who's a YouTuber. With the Browns, who's doing really well. Bills twice, who's doing really well in the division as well. We just have some hell games coming, boys. So I really could have done with that win against the Cowboys instead of him getting the free win. But boys, stay tuned. Loads of fire content coming. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you comment and make sure you subscribe. And I'll catch you in the next one.